Bombe di Calciomercato, lots of news, lots of rumors. The Serie A teams trying to activate. Everybody is chasing Napoli, who is simply on fire. This week they closed out Noah Lang. They closed out Lucca. They're about to close out another defender, a Serie A defender from Bologna for 33 million euros. They're also trying to finalize a deal for a goalie. Simply on fire. Napoli, they're taking advantage of the fact that everybody else is sleeping. Everybody else is sleeping and Napoli is on fire. Milan, July 17th, we're still talking about terzinis. We don't have any. Fiorentina is trying to bring back a key member of the Milan team who won the 2022 Scudetto, a Pioli faithful. It would be very interesting to see him come back. Roma is about to sign their first midfielder, but it's not who you think. They focused a lot on Rios from Palmeiras. However, it doesn't seem like the deal is budging, and so they're about to close out for a midfielder from Lens. Parma, very interesting suggestion for Parma. They're trying to sign a young player that was honestly viewed as the next big thing or one of the next big things for Borussia Dortmund. Juventus, they close out the Conceição deal. Inter make their first offer for Lookman. So a busy week in Serie A. So let's start right away with Napoli. Napoli, guys, I said it, they closed out Noah Lang. They closed out Lucca this week. They're about to close Beukema from Bologna, 33 million euros. And they're trying to get Milinkovic-Savic from Torino. It's not a question of can they get him, it's do they want to invest the 19 million euros. They would just have to pay the release clause. They already have a deal with the goalkeeper. Would he come in to become second? I doubt it. So what does that mean for Mere? I know they have to renew Mere, and I don't know what's going to happen there, but it's going to be a very interesting situation. Like I said, Milinkovic-Savic is a very good goalkeeper. Was suggested for Milan when they were saying that Magnan was leaving. So a very interesting goalkeeper for Serie A. Talking about Milan, they're still looking for terzinis. Today they made a 12 million euro bid for Estupinian from Brighton. Guys, at this point, everybody is being associated to Milan. Every single terzino out there, whether it be Brown, whether it be Pubil, whether it be Doué, Estupinian, name them, they're all being linked to Milan. It is insane. Jashari is not picking up. The deal is now moving. Bruges is stuck under 40 million euros. Milan, I believe, did 32 plus 3 or 32 plus 4, something like that, to come close to like 36 million euros. But Bruges wants more. And so even though the kid is pushing to join Milan, it is not happening so far. They did ask some questions for an old Serie A striker, Hojlund from Atalanta, who was sold to Manchester United 2 years ago for 85 million euros, has never really adapted to Manchester United. And so he could be an option moving forward for the striker's position. Could they get him for cheap? We'll see what Manchester has to say about that. Fiorentina and Pioli are trying to bring back to Serie A Frank the Tank Kessie, yes, a key member of the Milan team who won the Scudetto in 2022. Pioli has identified him as the main reinforcement for the centrocampo. Inter has made their first offer to Atalanta for Lookman, 40 million cucuzze, which apparently is not enough because Atalanta need at least 50 to make the deal work. And I'm just throwing it out there. But if you sell Retegui, if you sell Lookman, you just hired Juric, who was highly contested by the Tifosis, maybe not regarded as the best coach out there. And if you dismantle the entire team, it's going to be very hard for him to do very well next year. Even though you have all this money, you had 65 million euros from Retegui. If you sell Lookman for 50, whoever else you're going to sell, guys, it's not that easy to start from scratch. And selling all of these players, these key players for this Atalanta team, might be a very, very big issue. Roma, who has tried everything to sign the Rios from Palmeiras, it doesn't seem like that deal is budging as well. So the rumor is that tomorrow there's going to be the exchange of documents for El Ayanoui from Lens, centrocampista that was on Roma's radar as well. Juventus closed out the Conceição deal with Porto, 30 million euros. Conceição have to leave 6 million euros on the table for this deal to work. They're also talking to Sporting for Hojlund. Guys, the asking price 80 million euros. Is he worth that? Probably not. Way too high. I'm not sure where they're getting these numbers, but if Juventus goes anywhere close to that, I think fans are going to kill them. Seeing how much they spent for Douglas Luiz last year, how much they spent for Cup Miners, like this would be a big spend, which makes not a lot of sense in my opinion. I don't think he's worth 80 million euros. And finally, Parma trying to sign Giovanni Reina from Borussia Dortmund. Apparently the kid has said yes to Parma. They have an understanding on the contract, 3 years plus 1 optional year. First offer to Borussia, 6 million euros. Will they say yes? We'll see. He was one of the up-and-coming stars for the US and for Borussia Dortmund a couple of years ago. Then he got injured. It was sort of hard to come back. Didn't really make it through the lineup. And so he is ready to move on. We'll see if Borussia Dortmund accepts. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments, like, and subscribe.